within 10 years. We'll see. Although actually, you know, that's a bit of an ask because I've still got to sort my green card out. But, I'm sure that I'll treat it the way I treat everything else, and it will happen like, you know, literally about probably 30 seconds before they're going to deport me. That's how my life goes, like that. Okay. That's okay. So yeah, I would like to think that with, you know, 10 years, this project would be certainly in other states. Mm-hmm. You know, and then maybe I'll kind of find myself a cabin in the woods somewhere, which is where I came from, a cabin in the woods in Thailand. But this is important to me. This giving back is important.
Clearly, you know, folks, excuse me, you guys who actually know Sujato, I would be just fascinated to hear from you about what he means to you and his place in your life, because he's a larger than life character. And I mean that in the best way. I'm at a loss for words, but I would love to hear from someone who actually has experience with you to understand their affection in a more personal way. And you're so humble about it. You're just who you are. And do you know why people are drawn to you?
No, I've no idea. I'm a terrible person. You know, I am. I get annoyed if I'm sat on the bus and children are crying. You know, it's like
okay.
I don't actually. That wasn't true, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a karma thing. Maybe it is a karma thing. Maybe it is a past life thing. You know, I never stress too much on these, you know, maybe esoteric teachings, but maybe it is. And people have said that to me, and I guess I have to tell this story. I was basically evicted by telephone call the day I was actually going to leave the place in Michigan. And that's okay. That's not a problem. I was already preparing to go. But the reason I'm going to tell you this story is that maybe there is something karmic about me. Or maybe it's witchcraft. We'll see. The day after I left that center that I'd been in for 2 years, and I was there alone, the day after I left it, the building was basically destroyed by a huge tree that fell on it the day after I left.
Wow.
And I mean, there are people on this chat here actually that I showed the photos to. So I'm not making that up. People have actually seen those photos. So I don't know. Is that karma? I certainly didn't. There was no hexing involved on my part. Certainly not intentionally.
A story.
But things like that happened to me.
Amazing. Okay, so thank you. Samantha says he's actually, oh my gosh, I'm going to need my glasses on this one. Okay. It takes a village sometimes. He's actually been very patient using the bus. LOL. So everybody in your network is a comedian, is that right? Oh my God. Okay. All right.
It's really important for me. It's really important. It's an important message, but it's important that this is not a fun subject I'm dealing with, right, or we're dealing with. So it's important to lighten it. It's important because I mean, look at you guys. You guys are smiling. You guys, it's like, you know, if I'd have sat here saying, right, well, I want to talk about sutra number so-and-so, and how the Buddha said this and the Buddha said that, no one's going to be laughing at that. I can do that, but we're not having a good time anymore. It's about, you know, is it not, Buddhism, is it not about easing our suffering?
Oh my goodness. Oh.
You see now why, you know, I am basically a heretic. If Buddhists burnt at the stake, I would be the first one there.
Okay, all right. Oh.
So yeah, it's important. It's important that you know that we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Okay, so you left Michigan and the tree fell on a house. And are you in Massachusetts now? Where are you currently? Okay,
No,
is this
no.
your home or is this your current residence in Massachusetts?
This is my current residence.
Okay.
And I will certainly be in Massachusetts for the foreseeable future. We're trying to stabilize my accommodation at the minute, but yeah, I shall be here, and you know, I will be staying here and carrying out this mission. And
the mission is
to bring these teachings and the benefit they can bring to disadvantaged communities. And that's it. There is no ulterior motive. You know, someone asked the other day, I can't remember how they actually put it, but someone asked the other day about that. You know, there is no ulterior motive. That's it. That's what I'm doing. And, you know, if possible, I'm bringing a bit of, I'm bringing a bit of cheer to, at the same time.
Obviously, you are full of cheer, and I so appreciate that. And I think that's probably more healing than most anything else that people can experience. Certainly in my life, I know I'm feeling better as soon as I laugh about something. So I appreciate that so much. Who helps you out in your world? I mean, because you're in a lot of places, you're doing a lot of things. Do you have a team, or how does that work for you?
We're building a team. I mean, Marshall is my kind of rock at the minute.
Okay.
And gets me about as far as he can with also carrying on with his day job. And also Marshall's girlfriend Sam. And a lot of people. There's a lot of people, but that's mainly that's my main support at the minute. We've unfortunately lost the train service from here into Boston. It's a bus service, but Marshall has got me an electric scooter. You'll like this one. I will do videos showing me getting. Has got me an electric. Well, I don't walk so well. I can only walk a mile at the most, and then I'm crippled. My knees. I need a new knee. So I have an electric scooter, and when the trains are back running, I'll be able to scoot straight onto the train and straight into the middle of Boston.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's slowly building. There's a reluctance to. There's a reluctance from the establishment to support this, but we you know, we were expecting that, and you know, hopefully as momentum builds, there'll be a chance to kind of to get more support.
Well, I certainly hope so. I just really appreciate what you're doing and showing up for people. It's just the most beautiful thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who are doing it. I mean,
it's all I don't know anything else other than showing up for people. And you know, sometimes people wish I hadn't shown up, and that's okay.
Thanks for coming. Now go home. So, could I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
So you've got some tats going.
Yes.
Is there a story, or you just put them on there? Do you still get them, or is that 30 years of tats? What's the story there?
No, I haven't had anything done for a long time. I have some. The most recent ones are kind of. People will say they're Thai Buddhist toes. It's called Sakyan, but they're not really. It's animist, not. You know, there might be a bit of Buddhism thrown in there. Yeah, they're from kind of all over the world, and you know, there's a story behind them. But it would take us, you know, we could have 2 hours, 3 hours on the story. But I have pictures of you won't be able to see them. I have pictures of both my children on my forearms there.
Nice.
And that was I think when they were done, and they still look good now. You won't see them on this camera. They were I think my daughter was 7 and I think my son was 2. And now they're 30. I've got to think now. My daughter's 30. I think my daughter's 34 and my son's 29. They'll tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
You're off the hook once they're 21, but
for sure.
So where are you appearing next? What's the next thing for you? Where can people connect with you if they would like to do so?
Well, I would suggest I'm driving people to trying to drive people to the website.
Oh, dharmaoutreach.com.
Yeah, now we have a Facebook group of the same name.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to drive people to the website because I'm trying to put together a monthly newsletter to let people know what's happening, what's going on, and anything that people could join us in. Bearing in mind that a couple of people had asked me about photos of the work we do, this, that, and the other. That's not really my thing for obvious reasons. I'm working with folks that probably don't want their photo anywhere, and I'll respect that. I'm not the guy that's wants 20 selfies handing a sandwich out to a guy on the corner of the street. Although I like my picture, actually, I do like having my photo taken, but not in that situation.
I got it.
So it's a case of what we could invite people to, what we couldn't. So my regular Thursday, for example, wouldn't be a place to invite people because it's a community.
Wonderful.
That's in recovery there, but we have got some things coming up, and I'm hopeless at remembering what they are.
Is that in the Facebook group? And I know that there was an events page on the Dharma Outreach website.
There will be that they will appear on the website, and they will always also appear on the Dharma Outreach Facebook group, and also on my own my personal Facebook page.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
So that's if anyone can't remember the names, I would like to drive folks to the website, because I'm hoping to be the biggest focus of the kind of interaction.
Yes.
If they have trouble remembering that, just go to my my Facebook page, and I always post on there as well. So
in our remaining moments here, besides cracking me up, is there anything we can be doing just as individuals to show up in the world in a way that's more helpful? What do you think that we can be doing that we aren't?
Okay, well, on a selfish point, I would say please share that website out to anyone you know. Okay, but that's the end of the self-promoting.
How about it?
But just try and be available. I don't know if that makes sense. Try and be available. Try and just smile and say hello and see if it works. Even to people you wouldn't really, and especially to folks you really don't want to say hello to and smile at. Just see if it works. And a lot of those folks, that smile and that hello, that's better than the couple of dollars you're dropping them, because it's a connection. Yeah, it's people, and all people deserve other people. Yeah, all people deserve other people. Yes, but just be careful. Be careful. Don't go on some kind of don't go on some kind of crusade where you think you're going to save the world and you're going into dodgy areas to do it. Right. We do that, but we're old and we're stupid and we've been there before, and we're used to dodgier areas. So just be sensible with it, and support some of these local organisations that are trying to empower. And try not to maybe support places that are enabling.
I like that. That's something that we can do.
If You can give as many pizzas to a guy on the street, but what you really, there's a lot of food out there. Believe me, there's a lot of food. What those people need is a stable living environment, you know, and it's trying to empower them to get that for themselves. So, yeah, stay connected with people and stay, you know, in the words of Michael Franti, stay human.
Yes. Well, you have a beautiful heart, and I appreciate the humor. Sujato Bhikkhu, thank you so very much for your time today.
You're so very welcome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.